Hello dear students, in our previous lecture we studied about the fission, that is cleavage or breakage of the bond, that is of two kinds, heterolytic fission and homolytic fission. And in case of heterolytic fission we know that we get two kind of ions, one is positively charged and another one is negatively charged. So that topic is related with our next topic, that is types of attacking reagent. Now in the first reaction, as you can see that here the CX bond is there, and suppose we are saying that the X is electronegative atom. So what happened here, definitely CX bond cleavage or breakage or fission takes place by heterolytic fission. So the shared pair of electron is taken by that electronegative atom, that is X, and that is why it becomes X minus, and at the same time during fission that carbon becomes positively charged, and when carbon carries positively charged we call it as a carbonium ion. So it is carbonium ion, it is electron deficient, it is having one electron pair less, and therefore it is electron deficient center. Uh, Now again we carried out same carbonium ion, and now we are using another a negatively charged ion. So when another negatively charged ion attack on the carbonium ion, what happened, the new CZ bond is formed here. So if we are considering that reaction is taking place in the first step, what happened, the group is leaving here. So here that X is a leaving group, and in the second case now the Z minus is now a next coming group, we call it as a attacking group. So here Z is the new attacking group, and here you can see that the leaving group and attacking group both are having same charge. In the second reaction there is another bond fission is there, that is CH bond is breaking here, and as we know that carbon is more electronegative as compared to hydrogen, and therefore here heterolytic fission takes place where carbon carries now negative charge and hydrogen carries positive charge, and that negative charge carrying carbon is called as a carbanion. It is a electron rich center. Now here H plus is leaving group, or uh, it carries positively charged. Now we carried out that carbanion ion, and a new group or new bond is formed where now Y carries again positive charge. So here you can see a new bond formation, that is a CY bond is there. Y is attacking group here. So in the second reaction, leaving group as well as the attacking group both are having positive charge. So here the attacking reagent, they are of two types, one which carries positive charge or another which carries negative charge. So according to it, the attacking reagents, they are classified in two types. Number one is electrophile, or we can also say it as a electrophilic reagent, and the second one is called as a nucleophiles or nucleophilic reagent. Now let's take a look one by one on both the attacking reagents. So first one is electrophile. So what is electrophile? Phile means loving. So electron loving species is called electrophile. So which species must be electron loving? Yes, of course, the species which is itself deficient of electron, that species must be loving of electrons, and therefore it is called as electrophilic or electrophiles. Now electron deficient species, just as the ions which carries positive charge. So the charge electrophiles, you can see for example H plus, Cl plus, CH3O plus, NO2 plus, NO plus, Cr3 plus, RCO plus, R plus, etc. These are all, R means any alkyl group. So these are all the positively charged species, and as they are positively charged, they are electrophiles, means they are they get attracted towards a species which is having a reach of electron. The Another type of electrophile is neutral electrophile. Now these are the species like Br2, H2SO4, AlCl3, BF3SO4, AlCl3, BF3, they are Lewis acid. As we know that they Lewis acid always attract electron pair towards itself, means they are electron attracting or electron loving group, and these are also therefore called as electrophiles. Still they are neutral one, they don't have positive charge, but they are having attraction towards the electron deficient electron rich species, and therefore it is also called as electrophiles. So overall electrophiles are the species, they may be positively charged, they may be neutral, but they always get attracted towards the electron rich center. Then the second one is nucleophile, or we can call it as a nucleophilic reagent. Now nucleophile means it is a nucleus loving, means it is a species which is attracted towards electron deficient, जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन कम है ऐसे species पे जो अटैक करेगा, that is nucleophile. And for that the nucleophile is again, it may be charged or it may be neutral. So charged nucleophiles, they are having negative charge with them, so that they get attracted towards positively charged or electron deficient center. So this Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, OH minus, Cn minus, R minus, CH2 minus, these are all charged nucleophiles having negative charge. But we also have some species like NH3, RNH2, R2NH, R2N, H2O. Here you can see that nitrogen is having lone pair of electron, and oxygen containing species are there, so oxygen also contain lone pair, and with the help of this lone pair they can form a bond, and therefore these neutral species again get attracted towards electron deficient species. और electron deficient means जहाँ इलेक्ट्रॉन कम है, जहाँ पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, वहाँ पे ये न्यूट्रल न्यूक्लियोफाइल्स अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ species which are either carries negative charge or it may be neutral, but both they attracted towards electron deficient center, they are called as a nucleophilic reagent or nucleophile. Now we come to next topic, that is types of organic reaction. Organic reactions are of four kinds that we are going to study. The first one is addition reaction, then second is substitution reaction, third is elimination reaction, and the fourth one is rearrangement reaction. Now in the first reaction, that is addition reaction, as the name says, addition. So in this case, what is the special for addition reaction? We must need a compound or substance or the reactant having double bond or triple bond, means we need multiple bonds. In case of this addition reaction, you can see in example ethylene is there. So what is the formula for ethylene? CH2 double bond CH2. So the carbon-carbon double bond in ethylene undergoes addition reaction, means one molecule get added in ethylene. So we are suppose adding HBr. What happened? That double bond becomes single bond, and H and Br they get added to that ethylene molecule, and first that ethylene molecule is having double bond, but after addition we get the saturated, means all single bonds are there. So ethylene on reaction with HBr form ethyl bromide. So when two or same or different molecules are combined to give product, the reaction it is called as addition reaction. And what is needed in addition reaction, what is compulsory, what is essential? So we, for addition reaction, we must have unsaturated compounds. Unsaturated compounds mean the compounds having multiple bonds, it may have double bond or triple bond. The second reaction is also given here, that is ethylene. Again carbon-carbon double bond in ethylene, they react with bromine now, and here now we get ethylene bromide, and you can see that the bromine atoms they get form a bond in opposite direction. Why this is so? And we get a trans compound where the position of that Br, they are in opposite direction, and this is why, because Br is a very bulky atom, and therefore to make that molecule stable, one is they attack on the opposite side to form this stable trans ethylene bromide. So this is all about addition reaction. The second reaction is substitution reaction. As the name said, substitution means here in this reaction we are going to substitute one atom by another one. Simply we are going to replace here atom. So in example you can see that ethylene bromide is there, CH3 CH2 Br. Here that Br gets substituted by by OH of NaOH. So here what we get, instead of Br we attach here OH. So ethyl bromide becomes ethyl alcohol. So simply substitution, replacement takes place in the reaction. That reaction is called as a substitution reaction. Then the third one is elimination reaction. Again the name said elimination means something is eliminating here. So reaction in which removal, but here elimination of atoms or group of atoms takes place from two adjacent atoms. Means not a single atom is eliminating, but here the two atoms, they are eliminating from two adjacent carbon atoms, and the resulting whatever we are getting, that now having a multiple bond. We can simply says that it is just a reverse or vice versa reaction of addition reaction. Means whatever the product of addition reaction is reactant for elimination reaction, and whatever the reactant from addition reaction is a product for elimination reaction. Means it is a reverse, exactly reverse reaction of addition reaction. As you can see that here we are N propyl bromide. Here in presence of alcoholic KOH, what happened? This both the atoms from adjacent carbon atom get eliminated, and here carbon carbon single bond now becomes carbon carbon double bond. So this type of reaction, it is called as a elimination, where two atoms get eliminated from adjacent carbon atom to form a multiple bond. Then the next one, the last reaction, that is a rearrangement reaction. This is a simple reaction. Here in this reaction, the atoms or group of atoms migrate from one position to another position without deletion, without elimination, without addition. This reaction carried out. Here only the position of the atom or atom get changed here, and so we get the isomeric product of the same compound, and therefore this type of reaction, it is called as rearrangement reaction, because here only rearrangement of atoms takes place. For example, we are not going to write in our copy about intramolecular or intermolecular, that is not included in your syllabus. So after rearrangement, the definition of rearrangement reaction, directly write down example, and write down when the rearrangement of molecule takes place. For example, conversion of butane to isobutane. So we have to skip that second paragraph of rearrangement reaction, and directly write down that example where conversion of the butane to isobutane takes place when heated in presence of aluminum chloride. So CH3 CH2 CH2 CH3, it is a butane in presence of AlCl3, that is Lewis acid. When we heated it, simply one CH3 get attached or change its position, and we get isobutane. So we get the isomeric product of the same butane, and therefore this reaction, it is called as a rearrangement reaction. Here no deletion, no elimination, no addition of atoms or groups takes place, only the position of the atom or group changes. So this is all about the reaction.